We're not watching an Angel Reese game unless she's playing against Caitlin Clark.
I don't necessarily agree with the narrative, and what people are going to take away from this is some of the same things that they take away normally when it is a white player versus a black player, or how a lot of people in the white community, in the white space, may view women that come across a certain way, and I just don't like it. And to be transparent, I'm watching Angel Reese games when Caitlin Clark is not playing against her. I'm watching Rakia Jackson games. I'm watching Cameron Brink games. Now, maybe I'm the exception to the rule as an older white dude, but I've been coaching for 33 years, and I think Angel Reese is amazing. Her and Kyrie would have been whiteballed and been forced out of their respective leagues if this was the 90s, the way Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf was. And I don't think it's fair to present what you present without saying that Angel Reese is amazing. Angel Reese is an amazing teammate. Angel Reese is a winner. Angel Reese is a baller. There's a lot of players that have come around, college and professionally, that have not won a national championship at her size with her limited skill set because they don't have her why. And there's most players that have transitioned to the WNBA that have not had the success that she has had so far, almost averaging a double-double. And everyone that I've ever talked to has said that she's an incredible teammate. She's an incredibly hard worker, and to balance what she's balanced, to have had the NIL deals and the endorsement deals that she now has as a woman of color is incredible. So I'm not disagreeing with what most people are probably going to agree with you about the attendance, and you're not going to necessarily watch a game because it's not Caitlin Clark and she has the relatability that's different than Angel Reese, probably for obvious reasons, or for those people that don't understand what I'm saying, well, educate yourself a little bit. But I think when we're presenting narratives about marginalized communities and women of color, in this case, Angel Reese, I think we have to be careful about simply presenting something without some of the other layers to this. And there are a lot of people out there that are now, whatever the reason, watching Angel Reese just for Angel Reese, even when she's not playing against Caitlin Clark. I love supporting anyone who overcomes a tremendous amount to get to where they are. And Angel Reese has come so far as a player, where she originally started at Maryland in her home state from where she grew up in Baltimore. Baltimore is very different than the Midwest. It's not Middle America. It's not Iowa. And it's not where Caitlin Clark grew up. Caitlin Clark grew up in a much different environment than Angel Reese. And I think we should be talking more about that and more about what Angel Reese has had to overcome, where there are far too often still two different narratives in the media, in social media, and in America. I would have preferred to hear you say, Angel Reese is not Caitlin Clark, but Angel Reese is amazing. Angel Reese absolutely has little girls that come to games because of her and what she's doing to represent and show all the little girls and boys out there that you can be different than Caitlin Clark and still make it. And so I think it's an unfair narrative to simply say what you said without talking about how incredible Angel Reese is, because she may not go about things the way that we all like, but I think in this era, when there's still a minimal amount of coverage for women and even less for women of color, as Paige Beckers talked about at the 2021 ESPYs, then sometimes you sort of got to toot your own horn and remind people and make people a little bit uncomfortable about how no matter how we got to this point, she's not wrong. And I think it's great that she's betting on herself, and I think we all need to support her and Caitlin and all of the rookies and all of the past players and all of the current players, because the league's always been amazing. They just have never gotten their flowers, and I think Angel Reese deserves more flowers, not less, because the way that she has to navigate the spaces that she's had to navigate from high school until now is very different than what white middle America has to navigate. And that should not be overlooked. And I would like to see more of what you talked about in conjunction with the other layers, because you, of all people, understand it way better than I do, and better than most. This is Hootie Hoop from the Sports Daily Podcast. Peace. Let me know what you think. Out.